Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Elvin just came out. He said, "Did you check? Did you make sure that you switched to all messages?" I said, "Yeah." So tonight we're going to talk about acts of service as one of the five love languages, right? And, doing something helpful or kind for the people that you care about. But what if the way we've been doing those acts of service is actually missing the real point of love? It's very interesting. We're going to explore why acts of service can sometimes do more harm than good, how to avoid common pitfalls, and how to make your love truly transformative through service. And as a bonus, we're going to discuss how you can do acts of service for yourself. Okay. Meanwhile, if you're new here, welcome. Glad to have you. My name is Karen Marinas. I'm an emotional wellness coach. I help the exhausted woman who struggles to feel comfortable in her own skin, has low self-esteem, and so she's out and about overextending herself to please others. But if you stick with us, we're going to help you learn how to prioritize your well-being, find peace, purpose, and passion, and joy, right? If you're not subscribed, please press the subscribe button. I'll give you a moment to do that, and that helps get the message out to others, and it allows you to get into the chat and let me know you're here. So let me check out who's here. We have my dear Elvin, Carolyn. Hey, it's a hello, Leah. Hey, Dr. Jesso. Hola. Good to have you all here. We're going to have a good time tonight. This is juicy. All right. So let's start by defining what acts of service really means. At its core, acts of service are actions that show love. That's it. Cooking a meal, running an errand, fixing something broken, or simply helping someone out without being asked. But here's the shocking part. Hey, Gio, reignite your radiance. The shocking part of that is that the intention behind these actions matter deeply. Why? Think about this. Is your act of service coming from a genuine desire to help and support? Or is it motivated by expectations, guilt, or trying to earn love? Hmm. So here's an example. Hey, Tiff. Here's an example. You might do chores for your partner to avoid conflict or feel like you're a good partner, but it's not coming from a place of genuine care. You're doing it just because you love the person. And then it becomes, and it feels like a transaction. So it's not coming out of your abundance. And so you're expecting something back in return. I do for you, you do for me. So here's the shocking truth. Sometimes acts of service can actually hurt the relationship. You say, but what? But I'm doing stuff. How's that possible? When acts of service are done out of obligation or resentment, when they're used to control or manipulate. Sometimes people are like, no, I don't even want them to do anything for me because they're going to want something like, well, that's just to control me. When they create unbalanced, one person is always giving and the other one is always receiving. It's not a back and forth reciprocal thing. And when they replace honest communication or emotional connection, it's just, I'm doing this, and then I go my way, you go yours. So here's an example. I knew someone, she constantly cleaned and cooked for her husband, but never spoke about her needs. It was all giving to him, giving, giving, giving. Over time, how did she feel? Invisible. And she was exhausted because her acts of service were never reciprocated. We don't want to use never. They were rarely reciprocated or appreciated. The love language became a silent pressure cooker. Didn't bring her joy because it was all one-sided. And so acts of service without emotional honesty, without balance, can feel like unpaid labor rather than love. And that causes pain. We don't want to feel pain. We want to feel joy. Hey, Yolanda, good to have you. Got a lot of our channel members on here. And what do I mean by emotional honesty? Being truthful with yourself about why you're doing what you're doing. We have to look deep. Why am I doing this? For what purpose? That's even better. Because why we're looking for the logical part of our brain. For what purpose we get over here with the subconscious that controls 95% of what we do. All right. So to practice love through acts of service well, because it is a love language, you must understand why you do what you do. So ask yourself these 3 questions. Am I doing this because I want to help or because I feel pressured? Do I expect something in return, like appreciation or affection? Am I doing it so that I can be praised by the other person because it makes me feel good and worthy? And also, am I sacrificing my own needs or boundaries to serve others? Boundaries are very important here. Acts of service should never come at the expense of your well being. That comes first. We always have to prioritize ourselves. Ideally, it should be that if you're asked, if you can, and if you want to, then we say, if all the answers are yes, then we do it. Okay, so here's a tip: communicate openly about what you can and cannot do. Healthy love involves giving and receiving. I'm giving a class right now, the whole month of July, on assertive communication. Say what you want, how you want, when you want, be as specific as possible in a respectful, honest way. We're not beating around the bush. We're not being quiet because I feel I might lose the approval of that person or they may back away. I may lose their friendship. No. Say it. Communicate it openly. And if you cannot do it, that's okay. We all have limitations. We can't be the Superman, Superwoman, the savior. Sarah Brathwaite, hey girl, thanks for coming in the chat. You're like, this is why I don't get in the chat, Karen. You call me out. Good to have you. So let's talk about how to make acts of service truly loving and meaningful, because that's what we want. I serve my husband his meal. I want him to know I'm doing this out of an act of love. He washes the dishes, wink, wink. I, I would definitely feel, wow, he loves me. He's contributing to the household. That's wonderful. I cooked. He's cleaning up the kitchen. Fabulous. He values me. He appreciates me. He loves me. That's the message we want to come up, and we want our motive to be the same thing. So here's what we're doing. Number one, check your intention. Serve because you want to uplift, not because you feel obligated or needed. We kind of want to buy our way into the person's heart, truthfully, because we don't feel worthy of love. So we feel, if I produce, if I do, then I'll get love. But we don't have to buy love. We don't have to do, we don't have to perform to get love. We're worthy of love. We need to understand that. So check your intention. Why am I doing this? If I'm serving you to uplift you, perfect. Right? Number two, ask, but don't assume. And I've had a lot of conversations with good friends about this. Sometimes people prefer different kinds of support. We go in, the savior. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But in general, it's better to ask the person if they want the help and what they need, right? When we ask them, they can tell us specifically what they need from us so that we can support them. We may want to buy them something and they may just want us to come and sit with them. We may want to cook for them. Just come be with me. Just, can you go for a walk with me, or whatever the thing. Ask, don't assume. Okay. Number three, balance giving and receiving. Healthy love flows both ways. Keep that in mind. It's very important. It's giving and taking. It's not I give 10 and I'm expecting you to know, but there's a give and a receive. Vitamin people always give and receive with grace. We give in a balanced way because we want to, and it's out of our abundance, and we can and we want to, and the person asked. And then when it's time to receive, we don't, no, we also receive with grace. Thank you so much. Realizing we don't have to have it all together. We don't have to do, we just accept the love, the gift, the act of service. You know those people. You may be one of them. You will break down barriers and move mountains for people, but you won't accept a ride from anyone. You don't let anyone in to help. You don't, no, I'm good. And meanwhile, you're like this, right? You're struggling. Let's be balanced about giving and receiving. Also, number four, pair acts of service with emotional connection. What does that mean? Help, yes, but also listen and empathize with other people. Imagine oh, my mom is yelling out. I don't know if you heard that, but she'll be okay. Um, a single mom, for instance, works a lot. She feels guilty that she doesn't spend time with her son, so she gives him a lot of gifts. But that's all she does. She comes in and throws gifts at him. She doesn't connect with him emotionally. By the time she gets home, she just wants to sit. She's done. Scroll on her phone, right? Or she's so exhausted she sleeps. But the child gets no interaction with her. There's no connection. After a while, he won't care about those gifts. They mean nothing. Doesn't matter how expensive they are. He wants his mom, right? And that could be with husband and wife, children and parents, friends. Listen and empathize. Let's work at having an emotional connection. It's not just doing and giving. Sometimes that's where we come from. That's what was thrown at us. And we didn't like it, but we do that. We throw it to others. But pair acts of service with emotional connection. Okay. And number 5, celebrate the small things. So sometimes the tiniest gesture means the most. A lot of times we want to do grandiose things, but it's not necessarily what is needed or what we can give. So realize that it's the thought behind it. It's the intention behind the giving that matters the most. Okay, we may feel bad. I can't give what I want, right? Um, I can't give 1,000%, so I won't give anything. To just give 100%, to just give 50%, sometimes people, they just want you there. And if you can and you want to, it's okay, do it. You may not be on 1,000, but nobody needs you to be on 1,000 anyway, right? So here's a little exercise for you. This week, pick one act of service for someone you love that you want to do. But before doing it, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Is it out of love, expectation, or guilt? Yeah, my mom is expecting me to do this, so let me just go ahead. Keep her quiet. Then that's not an act of service motivated by love. Or if I don't do this for my husband, ooh, he's gonna be angry with me, or he'll be sad. So I do it so I don't have to feel that guilt. It should be out of love. Everything is based on motive. Okay. And afterwards, check in with how it felt for you and the other person. Because I guarantee you, if you give out of abundance, and let me explain what that means. But first, let me finish. If you give out of abundance, that means that what you gave costs you nothing because you have it, whether it's energy, it's money. And I'll give you a money example, but sometimes this equates to energy as well, or time. I have $1,000 in the bank. I've paid all my bills for the week. $1,000 in the bank, and it's probably going to take me about $250 to get my food and to get back and forth to work, gas or tolls or whatever. That leaves me with what? $750, I think. Yes. And someone comes and says, Karen, can you loan me $50? I'll give it to you in 2 weeks. Can I? Sure. Do I want to? Yeah, I love the person. Okay, sure. You give them the $50. If the person, is that going to break me? No, because I still have $700 and I've paid for everything. And $700 is just going to sit in the bank. But there's now I can give out of abundance. But if I pay everything and I still have to buy my food and get back and forth to work and I only have $100 left and the person says, Karen, can you loan me $50? I'll give it to you in 2 weeks. Can I do it? Do I want to? Because how am I going to buy my food and get back and forth to work? $50 is all I have left. That's not enough. But if I'll feel guilty, oh, poor thing, not poor me, poor thing, oh, I should. Or I'm afraid that if I say no, they're going to cut me off and I give them the 50. But what's going to happen to me? How am I going to get back and forth to work? How am I going to eat for the week? I can't. I shouldn't have. But a lot of us do that financially, but also with our energy. We know when we're approaching low and we need to put some gas in our tank. We need to rest. We need to refresh ourselves. And somebody makes that call and says, can you do this, this, and this? And sometimes it's not what they want us to do, it's who we're doing it for. If it's a family member or somebody that we know and they're energy zappers, just being around them, just we have to be able to say, I don't have the energy to be around them and do that for them. I don't have the energy. I can't. I would love to, but I can't right now. And that's okay. So that's better for the person because now if I do for them, if I give them the $50 and I only have $50 left, or if I give them this energy, this block of time on my Saturday when I really need to be resting, food shopping, and meal prepping, I'm going to resent and hate them later because it's like they stole from me. Leah said in the G's after, Rain, hi Rain, nice to have you. That's a new name. Guilt, yeah. Leah said, love those questions, motive and intention, yes. Um, so we are doing a favor to the other person because then we can love them. Because if I have 750 and I give you 50 and I've paid all my bills and I'm even if you can't pay me back in 2 weeks, it's okay. I'm not going to miss a meal. I can get back and forth to work, and I still have $700 in the bank. But if I had 100 and I give you 50, I can't get to work. I can't make my meals. And you say in 2 weeks, "Ooh, I'm so sorry." Now I want to, right? That's not good, right? So check in with ourselves and remember that when we give out of abundance, it's better for us because we give out of love and we're happy and we're joyful to do it. And we are doing a favor to the other person because we don't hate and resent them in the future. We love them. We're happy. We said, oh, now they may be looking at us because they remember that we didn't give them that $50 or the time and the energy, whatever. But we still can look at them and love them. Right? Oh, Leah invited you, Rain. It's a pleasure to have you. Welcome. If anyone is new here, we have a group link. You can, oh, Leah called you a bestie. Rain, you can click on that group link and join our group chat so that then you'll get the reminders and you'll know what the next topic is and all that. Anyone else who's here watching and it's not in the chat, please feel free. Okay? So always check in with how you felt, how it felt for you and for the other person. When someone gives to you, when we give to others abundantly, remember, they benefit also because we always feel like, oh, but no, only we give out of abundance. And practice acts of service gracefully. Sometimes we practice receiving acts of service gratefully. Sorry. Sometimes we reject help because we feel, oh, we got to be important, independent. Receiving help is like, I'm an invalid, I'm not capable, but receiving love is just as important. It's not loving to reject help or love from others. And again, sometimes it comes from lack of feeling worthy. But I promise you, you are worthy. So when you feel yourself, somebody's gonna say, "Oh, can I give you a ride? You want me to help you with this? You need to go grocery shopping. You need," and we're ready to say no. Pause and say, this is an act of service and they're giving to me. I'm assuming they're giving out of their abundance. Let me accept and say yes. All right. So, oh, Rain, you're in the group. Good. Okay. Yes. Okay. So we spent this time exploring the deeper truths about acts of service and love, right? Something that we could be like, yeah, I love acts of service. I love receiving them. I love giving them. But love through services isn't about ticking off chores or earning love, earning love. It's about genuine connection, the right intention and balance. Okay? Everything is motive. Let's keep loving others with intention and kindness and giving out of abundance. All right. I always say it's not what's in the cup. It's as we keep the water going. I take this off and we keep filling it with water. This is all mine. And it's all of this is abundance. I can freely give this to you. Like to be here tonight, I rested today. I took my nap. A nap where I didn't set the like it's not because yeah, I I want to be here. I want to be fully present. I want to enjoy you. Not like, oh, I got to give that live. Oh, and I'm resenting you all. No, you don't want me to come on like that. So I had to give to myself. All right. So it's about intention and balance and kindness. Now, what about acts of service for ourselves? Because when we do the love languages, it's usually how we want people to treat us, right? Um, but we also want to look at how do we treat ourselves? Because we can't rely on the outside people, other people to fill our voids, to fill our needs. We need to be able to do it ourselves. So it's a powerful thing to do acts of service for yourself. It's often overlooked, but it's a way to practice self-love and care. It means treating yourself with the same kindness, support, and attention that you might give and offer to others. Here are some practical acts of service that you can give to you. Number one, prioritize your well-being. You could cook yourself a nourishing meal instead of skipping a meal or eating on autopilot, right? That's a big one for me. I don't love to cook. I'm learning to enjoy it. I'm a eat out girl. Let's go here. I love pulling myself up to a table and ordering something and being served. Elvin, what we eating tonight? Let's go. That was me before. But of course, it's not good for me health wise, gaining weight because, right? So I'm working with a nutritionist. She gives me a specific diet, and she gives me 3 meals and 2 snacks per day. Each day has a different meal plan. And what does that require of me? Oh, I started back in, I think, beginning of February. I have to food shop. I have to cook my own meals. I have to pack my lunch. It was quite uh, a change of life for me, lifestyle. But now I love it because I'm like, Karen, view it as your form of self-care. I feel good. I've lost almost 30 pounds. I'm very proud of myself, but I feel good too. And it's so much easier when I'm out I do volunteer work and I'm out 8 hours or 5 hours, whatever, and I have my lunch bag. Or when I go to work, I have my lunch bag. It feels so good. And everything in there I've prepared. It's good for me. It's a healthy snack. It's a healthy meal. And it's a form of self-care. It's a form of doing it because if I could have someone cook for me, that would be lovely. But I'm doing that for myself. Okay. Another way to prioritize your well-being is making time for rest and sleep. Recognize sleep and rest as essential, not optional. You know how they say, oh, I'll sleep when I'm dead. No, sleep now to stay alive, to stay well, to be rested. We have better interactions with everybody benefits when we take care of ourselves. When we're frazzled, anxious, we haven't slept, it makes the frazzle and the anxious to the 10th degree. We don't want to see people. We're impatient, right? When we rest, what we see the world differently. It's just so much better. Get your rest. It's so important, whether it's naps, your 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours at night. Prioritize your sleep and rest. It's very important. You will function better. You are better, and everyone around you benefits. So look at it as everyone benefit. Hey, my sister's here. She said, I'm learning to get more sleep. I go to bed much earlier now. And doesn't it feel good? Keisha, I wish you were here because mom is screaming out something. I got to get to her, but we're almost done. Maybe she has a comment. Maybe she wants to get in the chat. Also, here's another one, especially for caregivers. Me and my sister, we share taking care of my mom. She'll be 85 next month. She has dementia. Um, in the beginning, taking care of her and my dad, who passed away, but in taking care of them, they had so many doctor's appointments. It was very easy for me to say, oh my goodness, it's been a year. I haven't been to the dentist. What? Oh, I have to make my doctor's appointments because I was so on top of theirs and making them, going with them. Oh, make sure you schedule your regular checkups or activities that you want to do physically, your Pilates, your stretching, your exercise, your walking, your jogging. As caregivers, as parents, you parents that have children that they are, we tend to prioritize them or our aging parents. Make sure you take care of your well-being and your health. That's part of prioritizing your well-being. Again, they're no good if you're no good. The better you take care of yourself, the better you can caregive, whether it's parents, children. Everybody benefits when we take care of ourselves. Number two, create a supportive environment. What does that mean? Declutter your space to create calm and order. And if you're trying, you say, Karen, if you could see my house, if you could see my apartment, I have clutter everywhere. I don't even know where to begin. Can I make a suggestion? Start in your bedroom. Because that's where you lay your head at night. And that's the first thing when you open your eyes in the morning to see clutter, it disturbs the nervous system. Start with your bedroom. If you have a lot of clutter, start there and do five, set the alarm, five the timer. Start with 5 minutes a day. If anything else overwhelms you, anything more than that, start with 5 minutes a day. Declutter your space. Organize your schedule to include breaks and downtime. Don't be afraid of naps. And also set breaks in between things. Our schedule doesn't have to be crammed so tight, right? And also set boundaries to protect your mental and emotional energy. Those energy zappers, keep them at a distance. There are people, we see them and we just feel this thing in our body. Oh, Gio says, Uco time again. Yes, it's coming. There's a class we do called Uco in Spanish, Oku, OCU in English. And it's 30 days of decluttering our home. It's exciting. It's wonderful. We send pictures of what we're doing. We start in the bedroom. We do the living room. We do the kitchen. We do the diner. It's the porch. It's amazing. We're going to do that soon, probably in the fall. So set boundaries that protect your mental and emotional energy. Okay, that person that zaps your energy, keep them at bay. You'll be better for it. It's a way of taking care of yourself. Number three, do things that nourish your mind and your soul. Read books if you like to read, meditate, journal, spend time in nature. With me, my feet in the grass is my happiest. Practice positive affirmations. We talked about that a few weeks ago. um, Words of affirmation that you could say to yourself. Again, it's lovely if the people around us says, "You're wonderful, you're so great, you're worthy, you deserve to take up space." That's wonderful, but that should all be extra because we should be saying it to ourselves anyway. Say encouraging things to yourself. You got this. Today's going to be a great day. My favorite, all is well in my world. Do it, okay? And do hobbies or creative activities just because they bring you joy. I personally am not a crafter. There are people who love to do things with their hands, create things. That's beautiful. I'm a reader. I love to read. But what did I notice? Because of what I'm doing here with emotional wellness, all the books that I was reading was learning, right? And studying. And I'm like, Karen, wait a minute, but you need to just read a novel just for pleasure, just to read in the grass, in the chair, on the train. And I started doing that, right? So keep ourselves doing things that we love. Yeah, Leah like that. All is all in my world. That's my favorite. What is her name? She has a lot of positive. Louise Hay. Love her positive affirmations. Hay, Hay. Okay. Number four, ask for help when needed. Here again, it's not a sign of weakness to recognize that you're overwhelmed, you're exhausted, and you want to reach out to friends, professionals, or even communities for help. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. And it's a sign of being honest with yourself. It's okay. No one can do it all. And delegate tasks to others. Say no to extra responsibilities that drain you. Set clear boundaries. Don't be afraid to say no. And number five, be gentle with yourself. When you make mistakes, say the same thing to yourself that you would to someone, to a good friend. It's okay. We all make mistakes. You'll do better the next time, right? Don't be so hard on yourself, so critical. Treat yourself with compassion. You deserve that. Be gentle. Give yourself grace. No one is perfect. Perfection does not exist. And it all comes from learning our worth, our value. Then we could be more gentle with ourselves, be more compassionate. And guess what? Guess how the outside world benefits from that? If I'm gentle with myself, and compassionate, I can truly be gentle and compassionate with others, because I may say those things to my friend, but as I leave her, I'm like, what an idiot she is. How come she didn't know, right? But when I can say, but look where she comes from, I get it. That's all she knows. Hopefully she'll get better and she'll learn, right? Then I can do that. I do that when I'm doing that for myself. Like, we're working, we're getting better. I'm better than I was a year ago. It's okay, right? Then I can truthfully say that to someone and not judge them on the inside. Sometimes we say beautiful words, but on the inside, we're like, what was she thinking? We can be compassionate with her because I'm compassionate with me. And then, of course, being gentle with yourself. Hey, Audie, it's good to have you. Being gentle with yourself also means celebrate small wins and progress. For instance, if you're decluttering and you're just so overwhelmed, I have so much stuff everywhere. I look, there's stuff on every surface. And you give yourself 5 minutes a day. Set the timer, do what you can in those 5 minutes, and then go about your business. If you look back after the end of the week and you say, wow, that counter is clear in my kitchen or in my bedroom. I woke up and my dresser is just, I have 3 things on my dresser. That's it, not 50. Or I hung up my clothes. When I took them off, I didn't just step out of them. I hung up my clothes every day this week. Like, literally, pat yourself on the back. Good job, Karen. You go, girl. Cheer yourself on. Celebrate the not like, oh, yeah, but I should. No, it's a win. It's progress. And we have to be able to see it. And again, if we do it for ourselves, we will genuinely do it for others. So those are acts of service we can do for ourselves. We always focus on what we can do for the other person, and that's beautiful. But how about we start with ourselves first? And if we can do it for ourselves, then we give it to others. Oh my goodness. It's just, it's wonderful. We feel it, they feel it. It's a lighter. We give in a lighter way because we're not expecting anything back, because again, it's from our abundance, right? And what's inside stays here. It's for us. And we make, you see how this is low? We don't let that happen. We keep it up here. And then when we put the water just flows, and that's what we give to others. And boy, it's a win-win for us and for everyone around us. So in resumen, I've been thinking in Spanish all day and I've been only speaking English. I have no idea. But anyway, acts of service for yourself in summary. Acts of service for yourself are intentional actions. We have to be intentional about it, like really set our minds to doing it. We may even have to write it down. And those intentional actions support your physical, mental, and emotional health. It's so beautiful. It's like being your own loving caregiver. And only you know exactly what you need at exactly that time, that moment. You may feel very lonely at one point. Just say tomorrow, 12:30 a.m., you wake up and you just feel lonely. You feel anxious. There might not be too many people that you would call that you would want to disturb at that time of the night. But you could give yourself a hug. You can say sweet nothings to yourself, those positive affirmations. You can pray. You can take your time. You can start meditating. You could say, ooh, I didn't write my gratitude journal. Let me write in my gratitude journal. Or it's late, I don't want to turn on the light and stimulate myself. Let me lay here and think of 3 things that I'm really grateful for. The shift is amazing. So let's care for ourselves, okay? The shocking truth about acts of service is what? It's all about the motive. It's all about the intention behind it. Otherwise, it can become a source of tension for us, not a source of giving and showing love. And that's what we want it to be, to ourselves and to others. All right? Have a fantabulous evening, everyone. I'm going to go and attend to my mom, who's literally screaming behind me. I hope you can't hear her. She wants something. It could be that she needs to be changed. I'll take care of that. Love you all. Big hugs. I'll see you next week. I did not write down. Let me just look real quick. Real quick. What was the poll? We in the chat, everybody did a poll. Okay. We've done quality time, words of affirmation, acts of service. Next week is physical touch. All right. Gio says, thanks, give mom a hug. I'll give her kisses and hugs, and I got to figure out what's going on with her. She's nonverbal, but when she yells out, that's saying, get over here and do it now. Love you all. Have a great night, and I'll see you next week. Bye.